Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Alan and this is Project Elevate, and welcome to another video here. And I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts on Myteam as a mode, both gameplay and just feature wise. Let's go ahead and get into the stuff. Obviously there's a lot of new stuff. They added a ton of content stuff. A lot of the seasons thing is a big deal. New rewards, Ascension is cool. There's a lot of stuff in here that is going to keep us coming back to the game, always playing for something and just hitting on those little reward queues, so to keep us playing the game, which is good because obviously like the more things that you can unlock and earn and stuff, the more fun you have and the more options, so both online and offline. So that's definitely a cool thing. We have all types of challenges already. The first one was this signature challenge, which was pretty nice, give you a diamond shoe and a Hall of Fame badge. So domination is here again, getting through stuff. Cool rewards. I like how they're going to add stuff as the seasons progress, so they can make sure that the rewards stay updated for the vault prizes and also for like the wins in triple threat offline. So as far as triple threat online, I love that now you can see what is actually available on the different prize boards. And as long as they update those and they juice those when they need to juice them, that's a really cool thing to just kind of know what you're playing for, what's available. And I like, for example, like on the top tier now, the minimum MT that you can earn is 500 MT. There was a lot of ball drops on like the very last 5 ball drop last year where like the board was like 1 token 100 MT, and you're just like, bro, like what the heck, why did I just spend time like trying to grind for this? So that's cool. We have Myteam Unlimited and Limited now. So in Unlimited now you got like this whole like tier system, still kind of up in the air. That's a lot of grinding for a reward. They did start off right off the bat with a pink diamond card. The last couple years they've been diamonds, but you got to go through, I think it's like 60 something wins to get to the very top, and at the very end is when you actually have to go 12-0. So that's definitely tough. Very very competitive, definitely not for the casual, but at least you can, hopefully some of these rewards along the way make it worth it, at least playing, so that even if you don't get that last reward, you're still getting rewarded for going through the mode. Limited is an interesting concept. I think they should make a couple of tweaks to it to make it better. Basically in this mode, it's kind of a more casual mode, lineup restrictions every single weekend. So like this weekend, it's 1 Ruby player, says or hired player. So I don't know if you can use more than a Ruby, but all of the players must be Sapphire or lower. No free agent cards allowed, and they have to be from a franchise that's in the 2020 playoffs. So cool little lineup restrictions there. And basically after every single win, you get a shot. You get 3 prizes to choose from. 1 that you can see in the middle, 2 that you can guess to the 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and you're playing for championship rings or other prizes that are on the board. Now the biggest thing that I'm seeing with this, the feedback, is that sometimes you get that championship ring the very first game, and sometimes you get that championship ring never. You win 15, 20 games and you never even see the ring. It's totally random. And I think that they should kind of tweak the algorithm there, so that the higher you get in wins, so like let's say like wins 1 through 5, you have a certain percentage of seeing that ring, and as you kind of get like past like every 5 wins that you get, the odds of seeing that championship ring increase exponentially, and to show us, like you show the odds on the packs, show us the percentage of seeing the ring, till we're at at some point there's got to be like a for sure thing, so give us a topper basically that gets us like something to go for. Like it would kind of suck to play this mode all weekend long, get like 50 wins and never see the championship ring. It's just like, bro, but it's cool because it's less casual. You don't get penalized for losing, so it's not so like rage inducing to get a loss. So I like that for sure. So Play with Friends is back here, and it would be really cool if you could do like triple threat games on this, or even better, if you could do like a Myteam team up on Play with Friends. that would be just so much fun. That would really make the mode a lot better. The other thing I'd like to see going forward in this little online section is just like a quick game 5-on-5 matchmaking, nothing really on the line, but empty and just like casual stuff, or even like a cool like wager mode. That would be really cool. Buy-in tournaments would be a really cool idea going forward. Like you buy in for like 10k MT or 5k MT, have a couple different like price ranges, and then like split that up where like top 2, top 3 finishers, finish in the money and get some MT back. Things like that would be really fun for like just like the competitive aspect of playing Myteam. Nothing new pretty much in the pack market. A new menu so that it looks totally different. Definitely doesn't feel like a same game as you're going through the menus, even though the layouts are pretty similar. Auction house, pretty much the same, just reskinned pretty much. They have the buy nows now on the side, makes it a little bit harder to see. It's all like the same color and stuff, but that is what it is. Pretty much the same as last year. Alright, so the exchange looks very interesting, and as this progresses through the season, this could be really cool. Definitely, I know that last year I had so many shoes, man. I had like pages and pages and pages of shoes, and it's cool that you can kind of just like, instead of quick selling them all, throwing them in here for a diamond shoe. Now it's kind of crazy because this is like totally random, like a random shoe. So you could put all these shoes in, and it's quite a bit of shoes, and you can get a shoe that, like right now, the shoes are really inexpensive. I'm sure the price will go up as the season progresses, but it'd be cool if you could see what shoe you're trading it in for, or give you an option if that was like a thing. That would be kind of cool. Again, this stuff here, a lot of this stuff doesn't seem like it's too worth it at the moment, but it's a cool feature. I like it. And as they kind of like go through the season and update this, it could be a really big move. Could be really important to the game. I love how like certain things, like you have to be the original owner. It really kind of gives value to like cards that you have, a lot of cool things. They've done a lot of things to make more cards more valuable, and that's definitely a W for 2K. So card evolution is back, and I like that you have like upgrade paths. That makes it really cool. Gives you some options as far as which type of player you really want to build. So I'm really looking forward to how this progresses through the season. Hopefully they add some like one more evolution stage to some of these players. Give them a little bit better of juice. One big gripe that I have with just how 2K makes their cards and the ratings that they assign to them. So this is a number 8 Kobe Bryant card. So early on in his career, even if you say, okay, this is like rookie Kobe or something like that. All right, so this is rookie Kobe you get with the pre-order Mamba edition. And one thing that I really don't like is that the way that they give attributes out to these cards, like this is not realistic. Never in Kobe's number 8 days was he a 70 driving dunk. He came in like the second or third year he was in the league, he won the dunk contest. I'm totally cool with the 3-point shooting and the mid-range shooting being, nerfed a little bit, and some of the other stuff, some of the skill things that he developed later on. But Kobe was athletic, and this just seems like it's not like any real version of Kobe. When he was older and he couldn't really dunk as much, he was a much better shooter. So this is just like a random arbitrary Kobe that doesn't match any point in his career specifically, and I don't like that. I think that the cards that they put out there should be reflective of a specific time point of a player's career, and that's just going to make the mode so much more dynamic, I think, and it's going to make cards just much more reusable, giving us like a young Kobe or Jordan that was super athletic, wasn't so polished on the skill side. And then like an older version of them that was like very highly skilled, but lost, a step, lost a little bit of the ups. And then being able to utilize those cards in effective ways in their own respect, that makes things like much more fun and extends the longevity of cards, you know what I mean? All right, so let's spend a little bit more time here with the seasons. And this is where you can see all your agendas. So let's spend the lifetime agendas here. So this, I think, is one of the biggest L's for 2K, for sure. Very underwhelming. Card collecting has been a big part of my enjoyment of Myteam. The last couple of years, I've gotten to the top of the food chain and been able to sell back collections, and there's a lot of stuff that opens up, and just like that grind to get to those collector levels is a fun part of NBA 2K. So this is something that is a little bit underwhelming, and one of the few areas where I can say like major improvements could have been applied. All right, so let's talk about gameplay. And this year, I can say that this is a big W. This game just has like its little own aura, its own little vibe that just makes me happy, man. Makes me happy, man. Makes me happy, man. So much good stuff is into the game. The dribbling system is probably my favorite dribbling system we've ever had. I just absolutely love how players feel drastically different depending on the SIGs, depending on, you know, what their ratings are. It just feels phenomenal to kind of like be able to, you know, dance around. And one of the things that I love about the dribbling is that there's a lot of variation, subtle variation that makes a big difference, you know. So I can just kind of like cross like that, standing still, but then, you know what, I can mix in like a little bit of a hop, or I can go a little bit more, you know, and I can mix all that stuff in to kind of get the defender off balance. You know what I mean? And like those little subtle things, that little micro control movements, you know, it's not so much about like just being like super flashy and then like running over here and then running back and doing all kind of nonsense that you would never see on a court, but like this little bounce back, you know, going this way and then like coming out with a step, like, oh man, this dribbling is just, it's something that I could spend a lot of time just in here, just labbing it up, trying to get better at my, you know, my stick skills, and, you know, watch that pay off in game, you know. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the shooting mechanics, and the whole community is like in an uproar about like the shooting stick and how hard it is to green shots. And it is tough, and especially at the beginning, day one, some of these cards were almost like useless, like you couldn't do anything. And it took a while to wrap my head around this. I have another video that goes into detail about how I feel about the shooting mechanics and how I kind of like wrapped my head around, you know, doing that. So I'm not going to spend that much time into doing it. Go watch that video. I'll link it somewhere. But anyway, I really like the shooting mechanic. The biggest reason why I like the shooting mechanic is because it makes you take good shots with good players. Simple as that. Get players to their spots. It's going to reward you. It's going to make it easier to shoot from, you know, from hot zones and stuff like that. And it is more skill, and it's IQ. So it's not just stick skills. It's not just IQ. It's both of them combined. You know, with timing only mechanics, a lot of IQ stuff goes out the window. And there's a bunch of other stuff on the gameplay side. Just like getting steals feels more natural, more authentic. I'm not seeing as much, you know, hand going through the ball, hand going through bodies, stuff like that. I haven't noticed anything that stood out. Just like, oh my God, really? Blocking shots is much more rewarding. Getting block shots with a good shot blocker is, you know, is something that's going to happen more often than not. The targeting system on that is much improved. So overall, from the gameplay perspective, I really like where we're going. I hope that we continue to kind of go on this path, and it's a challenge, and we start separating people that have IQ, have the stick skills, have put in time to get better at the game. So again, the community's in an uproar about that, but I really like it. This is like the best feeling 2K, the best playing 2K that I've come across in a really long time. And this is a game that I'm staying up super late to just play and lab. And a lot of times after I'm done like playing games, I just come into freestyle and I have a really good time just working on different shots, you know, taking a one dribble pull up, you know, mixing across with a behind the back and then getting to a spot and, you know, taking a mid-range jumper. And those are things that didn't feel like I was making progress with last year. It was just like, okay, like I'm going through the motions, maybe learning some releases, but it's not as intricate. You know, you don't have to get as intimate with the mechanics in prior 2Ks as you do in this year, and that is super rewarding. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap it up for my initial impressions. This is day 2 of NBA 2K21. I'm very happy with the game. Looking forward to the whole year. Looking forward to the new content drops and all that stuff. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We're going to be dropping gameplay tips, market-related stuff, all kinds of cool stuff throughout the year. And we're going to be streaming on Twitch about 3-4 times a week. So that is going to wrap it up, guys. My name is Alan. This is Project Elevate. Till next time, elevate your grind, game, yourselves, and each other. Peace.